Well, I'm just grateful that you're hanging out with me for a couple of moments this morning. Hopefully, we'll get your day started off on the right note. But before the word coffee comes before talk. See, I messed that up. That should tell you how important the coffee is. All right, top two things we're watching today in the world of weather. Cold front is here. It's just not all that cold, really. It's really not even that cool. It's more of a parentheses cool front. We'll be tracking that for you. And then looking ahead to the next couple of days, rain chances are actually on the rise. So while we do have a cool front in place, just know it's not like it's going to give us that wintertime cool, dry air. We are kind of done with that. We're just enjoying some benefits from a late season front. We'll talk all about it. But first, let's look outside live, shall we? See what's doing on our Tower Cam network. There's downtown Orlando. It is absolutely beautiful. Sierra, good morning to you. Pat, good morning. Janika, good morning. Good morning to you. Leonard and Sonia and Dawn. Beautiful start to the day. Temperatures are looking good. We're at room temperature, 72 degrees in the city, 70 degrees for us in Sanford, 72 degrees in Daytona Beach, upper 60s for Ocala, and the Villages, 68 in Ocala, 69 degrees in the Villages. Jackie says someone's birthday is tomorrow. Whose birthday is tomorrow? I don't know anybody. Yeah, I turn 38 tomorrow. Married, 2 kids, great job. I'm okay with where I'm settling into my late 30s. Nikki, Jan, good morning to y'all. Crystal, Linda, good morning, good morning. Nancy's asking, thanks for the launch cast for tomorrow. I haven't even done it yet. But since you asked, it's looking good. Hopefully we'll be able to all see it through the skies. Another Falcon 9 is set to lift off tomorrow because Nancy asked. We'll do this, and then we'll get into the rest of the forecast. 80% chance of good weather. Wind shear, not a concern. Booster recovery, not a big concern. So, yeah, all things good in the world. So we know that the weather is looking good this morning. The temperatures are comfortable. I do want to visit our first morning live Doppler radar. If you live in Daytona Beach, if you live in the Ponce Inlet, if you live in New Smyrna Beach, you see it off the shoreline. There are dark clouds. There are rains. I would love to show you our Daytona Beach Tower Cam, but it's out of service. These things happen. At any rate, there are the showers. Could show them to you there. They are not going to be too much of a bother. You can kind of see there's a little tiny, teeny, tiny vorticity maximum out there. In other words, like a little piece of energy. It's scooting away. That's going away. So the good news is we've got the moisture around, but it's not going to be too much of a bother. That is all associated with our front. But as that front kind of stalls out over South Florida, what's going to happen is we're going to be getting into our nice break in the heat a little bit. But the moisture is going to be lingering, especially across our southern areas. So if we look to the rain chances today, it's not like a winter frontal passage where it all clears out. No. We're talking about the opportunity, like a 30% chance of showers from like the I-4 Metro off to the south. The further north you go, that moisture isn't going to be into your area. So at least there's that. But when we mention the rain chances, that's what we're talking about. What about the hour-by-hour forecast, right? Your 12-hour forecast. Take a look. I love it. 80 degrees, your 11 o'clock temperature. About 81, 82 for noon officially. And then we'll get to about 85 for a high. Notice that 20, 30% coverage of those passing showers. And then the rain chances kind of drop off little bit by little bit. Yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be watching for. Not a big deal, but just stuff that we're watching. All right? Yeah, just stuff that we're going to be watching. My daughter will be 28, Jackie says. Yep. Rose, good morning to you. Don't forget you have your health. Well, yeah, there's that too. Although I have a bit of a headache this morning, but, you know, these things happen. Listen, after what we just dealt with Alexander, the health thing plays an even bigger example, I think, to me. It's always a reminder when you have those situations, right? Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about how beautiful the weather is. Okay, first off, cold front helping to drop the muggy meter down into the pleasant range for your Thursday, Friday. But notice Saturday into Sunday, the humidity, the mugginess, it does start to come back. Let's take a look, okay? So here we are, nice and comfy for today. That front is south, and it essentially dies south of us. What it does is it kind of just keeps moisture around. So notice for your Friday, rains for South Florida. For us, we're staying comfy. And then into the weekend, that moisture starts to lift back into our area. It's going to help to fire up showers. It's going to help to fire up thunder showers. And our temperatures are going to be warming, okay? Yeah. Super cool. Yesterday, we hit 90 degrees in Orlando. That marked the 6th 90-degree day so far this year. Last year, we had 136 of them. We average about 106 of them, so we have 6 already in the books. We hit 90 degrees yesterday. Happy to say that is not going to be the case today. Our high temperature on the day today puts us to 85, so not as hot. 85 degrees in Leesburg, 83 in the Villages, 82 degrees in DeLand. And along the shoreline, you can see upper 70s to the lower 80s. Yeah, not bad, right? Good morning to you, Denise. Hope you're doing well. Becca, happy birthday. Thank you very much. Yours is Monday. You and I, we're almost birthday twins there, Taurus. Arnett, good morning to you. Nancy says you may return to your regular programming. Becca says, for my birthday, my husband got me a new desktop computer. Very cool. Jeannie better not do that. I have my MacBook Pro in here. It still has like another 3-4 years before it needs to be replaced. 3. It has another 3 years. And then my MacBook Air has another 4 years until it needs to be replaced. Yeah. So, very good. We're good in the computer department at the old Burris household. Actually, Jeannie's computer is going to be the next one that needs to get replaced, but not for another 2 years, I believe. Kristen says mine is Saturday. Look at us, late April birthdays. I love it. I love it. Shauna, good morning. I'm glad to see your name pop up. Good morning, everyone. Whoop, it went away. Good morning, everyone. I'm back. Was in central Pennsylvania for 2 weeks caring for my parents' horses while they were on vacation. Nice trip. All done with that weather. Now you're back to Florida, baby. Glad to have you. I hope you had a great time. Hope you had a great time up there. Terry, good morning to you. Beautiful weather for us today. I do want to point out, though, even though we are lower temperatures today, take a look at kind of the trend here on the 7-day forecast. Stand by. Okay, 7-day forecast takes that drop. But notice tomorrow is actually the coolest day at 83 degrees. Then we start to go up. 85, 87, 88, 90, and we keep going from there. Do you want to see how high it ends up actually getting? Stand by. Let me show you how high it actually ends up getting. Stand by. I'm going to just pull up raw model data. Temperature, 24-hour max temperature. Okay, all right. Stand by. Let me do this. Pull you out. All right, so this is the GFS 24-hour max temperature, okay? Yeah, this is the raw model data. It's not pretty for TV, but this is coffee talk. I don't care. I'll show you raw model data. We do it a lot during the tropics, don't we? All right, so let's familiarize yourselves. That 84 is Orlando International Airport. That 84 is Orlando Executive Airport. That 82 is Sanford. That is DeLand, New Smyrna Beach, Daytona Beach, Ormond Beach. That's Ocala. That's the Villages. That's Leesburg. That's Kissimmee. Then, of course, you get into Brevard County where there's just a million different sensors. Melbourne. You know, you've got TIX, TTS, IS, EVB. You know, there's so... Anyway... Let's just go through time here. So Sunday, we'll go into Monday. All right. So you've got Monday. All right, that's the high temperatures for Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Yeah, you can kind of see. So that's Friday. Even though it says 0Z Saturday, that's actually the high temperature for Friday. This is 0Z. You've got a 0Z, yada, yada, yada. So anyway, that's Friday's high temperatures. 93 in Orlando, GFS model, okay? 93 in Orlando, 91 in Leesburg, 89 degrees in the Villages, 89 in Ocala. Even along the shoreline there, Brevard County. Oh, I'm like, what did I just click? Oh, it was an old video clip. Look at that, 95 degrees in Titusville, 89 in Melbourne. Yeah, so that's the raw GFS for Friday. Saturday, May 8th, temperature drops. Thank goodness, temperature drops. But look what happens right after. May 10th, 93 again. Yeah. So anyway, raw model. Oh, God, that's the May 12th. Y'all see that right there? Y'all see that right there? Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. 95, 97. Obviously, this is computer model data, guidance, not gospel, but you get the idea. And it's going to be, that's Thursday, May 12th. Friday the 13th is looking about as hot. So, yeah, for what it's worth, I will say that that's the first time that I've looked that far out on raw model data. But for what it's worth, seriously, for what it's worth, you see that 7-day? You see how we're only going to top off at 85 today? We've got to enjoy it because seriously, that heat right around the corner. Gah, 95. Now the models, they're going to ebb and flow. But I'll tell you what we can do. Let me show you this. So one of the ways that we forecast is using what's called the national blend of models, okay? The national blend of models. Let's take that same data, okay? But instead of using just the GFS, let's look at the national blend of models. So the national blend of models is exactly what it sounds like. All right? So here is Thursday, April 28th, and you can see that that's today. National blend of models putting 70s at the coast, 80s inland. All right, that's pretty much where we're at in our forecast. Tomorrow, getting a little bit nicer in some spots, a little warmer in other spots. This weekend, yeah. Okay, national blend of models by Tuesday. There's national blend of models Wednesday. National blend of models Thursday. Okay, so the thing with the national blend of models is that it gives you just an idea of what the consensus is. Now, the Euro always airs... Hi, Bubba! Now, it doesn't go out as far, but the Euro always airs a little lower, which is what's kind of adjusting that a little bit. But, again, GFS is going a little ballistic on the heat these next couple of days. What does the GFS stand for, Janice is asking? That's the Global Forecast System. That is the American computer model. Okay? Zulu time is 4 hours ahead of us. 0Z, aka midnight GMT, is 8 p.m. locally, which is why you use 0Z as your high temperature for the previous 24 hours because of sunset, etc., etc., etc. My mother says 31 hours of labor, still love him. I don't know, 31 hours of labor. Aaron says warming the waters for hurricane season, getting into those late spring and early summer. That's true. As a matter of fact, I just took a glance at this before I came on Coffee Talk. Yellow is about average on the temperature anomaly map. Look out into the Gulf of Mexico. Water temperatures are warmer than average already in the Gulf of Mexico. And that, extends into the Caribbean, frankly. Much of the Caribbean is at average, but there's some areas that are even warmer than average. So the temperature anomalies, we're already starting to watch that. Yeah. Oh man, that'll be right after I come back from Dallas, where I'm going to the Robotic World competition with my son Tina. That sounds like so much fun. Janice says, I hear a little voice in the background. I love it. My little buddy. Yeah. Kenneth, I hear a child saying either daddy or mom. It's dad. It's daddy. He came to the door. He's my little buddy. Janice is asking, when is my birthday? My birthday is tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I turn 38 years old tomorrow. I'm pretty okay. I'm pretty okay with it. Kevin Johnson, Trail Mix, good morning, buddy. Good morning, good morning. A lot of this just to say that while tomorrow will be the coolest day of this front, by next Friday, we're forecasting those temperatures climbing. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Jennifer, are we getting into the rainy season now? You know, when you look at that 7-day forecast, you'd think so, right? Because those rain chances are starting to rise and kind of stay fairly consistent. Understand that there are technical definitions to the rainy season. First and foremost, before we get into those technical definitions, let's just look at our surface map. There's a cold front in central Florida, okay? Why am I pointing that out? Well, because if we look at the wet season signals, the main thing that we look for, okay, is on this graphic. The main thing we look for, number one on the list, cold fronts stop arriving, right? So right off the bat, no, we're not there yet. Now, that said, what we do look for is those low temperatures and dew points to be sitting in the upper 60s to about 70, okay? That's the muggy meter. We'll go back to that. Upper 60s to lower 70s, and we look for those daily sea breeze showers and storms. So, upper 60s, lower 70s on the muggy meter. We're not there yet, right? Like, dew point temperatures for us are going to be nice and lower. But they keep wanting to get back into the mid and upper 60s to lower 70s. So we're certainly working toward that. We're just not there yet. We're going to be getting there. We're just not there yet. Beverly says a hot Gulf is not good for the Florista. See, I was hoping somebody would say that, Beverly. Right. So if we look to the Gulf of Mexico, you know, just in tracking what is to come, okay? So temperatures in the Gulf of Mexico are warmer than average, okay? Jeffrey says the National Hurricane Center's first tropical weather outlook is right around the corner on May 15th. Happy birthday, Eric. Thank you, Jeffrey. Yes, so they're issuing that on May 15th. They're going to be issuing that on May 15th. And right in that time frame is when the Florista recycles. If you're new to Coffee Talk, we do long-range forecasting. I spent a lot of time working on this yesterday with our soon-to-be former intern. He is working on several job opportunities, and we're going to have him on Coffee Talk. I just decided that. Let me text him. Hold on a second. By the way, when you do accept a job, I'm putting you on Coffee Talk to chat about internships and getting into TV and all that fun stuff, period. You just have to make me sound good, LOL. There you go. That's what I just texted him. Anyway, I wanted to show you this dude because I was working, his name is Daniel, super brilliant, infinitely smarter than I am. And we were looking at the LRC and the long range forecasting yesterday, and he was asking how it worked. And I spent a couple of hours working on this with him, and his text to me at 11:18 p.m., which, like, you know, he's in college. I am certainly in parenting mode. His text said, "Down the rabbit hole. Hurricane Sandy literally happened again 54 days later as a nor'easter." So he's going back and case studying Hurricane Sandy and, you know, looking through. Anyway, kind of fun to get into the rabbit hole. But using the LRC, we put together our hurricane season forecast. So if tropical weather outlooks start coming out on the 15th, by the 16th, 17th, you've got the Florista, that storm system that we called as being a Florida threat, and its first cycle is, again, that mid-May time frame, okay? Now, we can actually use the BSR. Oh, click the wrong button. Stand by. We can actually use the BSR to track that. Take a look. This is the BSR showing a piece of lowered pressure energy working right through, right there. You see that? That's the BSR showing a piece of energy coming from the Gulf of Mexico and working away. That, believe it or not, that is in the Pacific on April 30th, which is a teleconnection. And if you look at April 30th, that's the 17th. That's May 17th. That translates to May 17th on the teleconnection. So suffice it to say, there is checking your work, right? There is an indicator on the BSR of the Florista, the November 6th part of the pattern, which was a storm system in the Gulf of Mexico that crossed over Florida. Yeah. Long-range forecasting, my friends. We're going to do a lot of this during hurricane season. Circle it on your calendar and know that this know that this forecast was put out March 1st. So through hurricane season, when these things happen, I want you to just remind yourself that this forecast was put out March 1st. Wild, wild stuff. Yeah. Janice is asking, how old will I be tomorrow? I will be 38 years old. Not old, not young. Fighting like fight every day. Betty says, poor intern, trial by fire on Coffee Talk. Well, he hasn't responded yet. I think he's got his last final exam in college today. Listen, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. I'm just very excited for his future in his career. You don't need anyone to pump you up. You do a great job and educate us about the forces in this thing called weather. Thank you. Denise, he's smarter than I am, though. He's smarter than I am. Kristen, could it be a hurricane? No, I don't think it's going to be a hurricane. These early season / preseason things are usually just pieces of moisture. I think at the very most, it's just going to be hurricane season's right around the corner. Oh, hello. Hello there. Hello there. Interesting. What kind of weather do we expect from the Florista recycle in May? Clouds, showers, storms. It's going to be a crummy day, couple days. But I could tell you right now, without even needing to look at anything, I could tell you that when it recycles, it's going to get the entire weather community in the hurricane season is right around the corner, people. I could tell you that right now. And we talked about this March 1st. That was when we issued our hurricane forecast. That was there, and we discussed the Florista. Don't believe me? Let's do this. Hold on. I know that's old. Hold on. Wesh.com. All right, hold on. I'm just going to do this. Oh, does my mouse wheel not work? Seriously? Well, I guess what's the point if I can't use my mouse wheel? Well, that's weird. Search 2022 hurricane season forecast. There. Wow, that is so weird that it doesn't let me scroll. Well, you can see there, bottom right corner, it says updated 8:34 a.m. March 1st. I don't know why the scroll wheel wasn't working, but at any rate, that's when we did that. Could we get a subtropical storm? Of course we could. Look, we could get anything. But, I'm just telling you, that's the part of the hurricane season forecast that we are just not capable of doing. But at the very least, the indicator is there. And by the way, just for good measure, you notice May 6th through the 8th, there's a northeastern storm system. Let's do this. May 6th through the 8th. Watch the timestamp on the top right. Okay. Little storm systems. May 6th through the 8th. Little storm system. Watch how this thing bombs. You see that? Oh, that's May 6th. That, when it recycles, may be a threat at some point this season for the northeastern United States. See how it bombs right off the coast there? And the others kind of bombed way up to the north? That, 6th through the 8th, that's a part of our hurricane season forecast, people. It's not rocket science, but it is science. Because science. I love it. I love cool stuff. Chris says, that's crazy. There, I said it. It's okay. I mean, it's crazy, but science. It's crazy, but not crazy. Like, is that a thing? Janice says, I was 29 when you were born. I'm old enough to be your mother. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Yeah, but you know what? Age is just a number, right? That means I was 14 when you were born. Steven says, age is just a number, friends. Is this thing working? Bruce, what do you mean, is this thing working? Is what working? I think everything's working. Jan says, dang, I was 27 when you were born. No, we do not judge each other here. We don't judge. Grief. All right. So anyway, enough about all that. Back to our forecast for now. Today, beautiful 85. Enjoy it. 83 tomorrow. Enjoy it. We start getting warmer again this weekend, and we are going to keep getting warmer and warmer and warmer looking ahead to next week. My comment stopped, Bruce. I see you there, though, at least. I see ya. Love it. I love it. I love the little drop in temps, and I'm going to enjoy the warmer temperatures too, because enjoy the weather. It's the only weather you got, right? Somebody said that once. Janice says you have a lot of mothers on Coffee Talk. We're all proud of you. Thank you. Thanks, mom number. Insert number here. Charles, good morning, buddy. Been nice weather. Hopefully we get another cool down at some point. You know what's funny is if you look at the forecast for April, I should say. If you look at the forecast for April, if you remember from a while ago, I said that warm trend is ending at the end of April. We're going to have a little opportunity for lower temps. There you go. I issued that March 9th. And I said the whole time, like that late April, there was going to be like that last taste of a drop. Mike! Mr. Mike's weather page. Good morning, buddy. Yeah, I said late April. So I issued that in March. Late April, I said there was going to be that last little taste of a cool front. There you go. There you go. And the models are already showing, when we look to our long-range May forecast, the models are already showing that storm system in the northeastern United States. It'll be off the shoreline. But the BSR is already starting to indicate that November 6th storm system, the Florester. Mid-May, right when they start issuing their tropical weather outlooks. I'm telling you that mid-May one, it's not going to be a big deal, but it's going to be the, oh my goodness, it's hurricane season almost. We need to watch for this. All right? Just remember. All right. So if you're just joining us on Coffee Talk, rewind. We talked about all of the heat and the humidity building these next couple of days, mid-90s. The models even are hinting at like 97 degrees next week. So you'll want to rewind for that. We talked about how hurricane season is right around the corner and how the BSR is showing mid-May. The models are showing early May in the Northeast United States. So checking your work is already kind of playing out. Yeah, we are on track. But summer's almost here. That has been my key that I've tried to focus on. Whether it's hurricane season, whether it's the building heat, summer is almost here, which means that these mid-80 highs, these lower 80 highs, these mid-60, lower 60, upper 50 lows, they are going away. So try to enjoy what we have when we can. Seriously, because they're going away. All right? All right. That's all I've got. Be good. I will see you today at 3:30. I apologize for not doing the afternoon coffee talk yesterday. Boss came in. Boss pays paycheck. I do what the boss says. So anyway, we were chatting about that. All right. I will see you at 3:30 today. We're going to do the afternoon coffee talk. We're going to chat more about the weekend forecast and all that fun adjustments. But I will say this. rewind if you missed. I think today's coffee talk was a really, really good one. I think out of all, like yesterday I went on a little bit of a tangent, but today I think was a good informational one. So go back and check it all out. All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. I will see you at 3:30 today for the afternoon coffee talk. Be good, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out.